If you have trouble sleeping, you need to hear this one sentence because it could, and I mean this literally, save your life. Now, that is not an exaggeration. It's a stark, scientific fact from one of the world's top neuroscientists. And you know the scary part is, millions of us are living this reality every single night. In fact, this problem has gotten so huge, it's now being treated as a national crisis. And let's be really clear here. This problem is massive. We're talking about almost a third of all adults who are struggling with sleep. This isn't about being bad at sleeping or some kind of personal failure. The CDC calls it a public health epidemic. This is a widespread issue that has just spiraled out of control, and believe me, the consequences are way more severe than just feeling a little tired the next day.
Okay, let's just dive right into this, because the stakes are incredibly high. For decades, we've kind of treated sleep as a luxury, right? Something you cut back on to be more productive. But the science is now practically screaming at us that we've been making a fatal mistake.
See, chronic sleep loss doesn't just make you tired, it methodically dismantles your physical health. We're talking about direct causal links to some of the biggest killers in the world. A lack of sleep weakens your immune system, it completely messes with your blood sugar, and it puts this immense strain on your heart. And the damage isn't just physical. Oh no, your brain pays a heavy, heavy price too. Without enough sleep, your brain can't do its nightly maintenance, clearing out the toxic plaques linked to Alzheimer's. It also throws your emotional centers into total chaos, which amps up anxiety and depression and makes it almost impossible to form new memories.
And this effect can be immediate. I mean, just think about daylight savings time. Every spring, when we lose just 1 hour of sleep, hospitals report a frightening spike in heart attacks the very next day. But in the fall, when we get that hour back, heart attack rates plummet. It's just a perfect, scary illustration of how fragile our bodies are to even tiny sleep disruptions.
So what if you could fight back? What if there was a technique born from one of the most high-stress environments on Earth designed to put you to sleep in under 120 seconds? Well, there is, and it was developed for elite U.S. Navy fighter pilots. Just think about the pressure these pilots are under. They have to be able to rest anywhere, anytime, because for them, a mistake from being tired isn't just a bad day at the office, it's a life-or-death situation. This technique was made so they could fall asleep even with adrenaline pumping through their veins, sitting upright in a noisy cockpit. And get this, after 6 weeks of practice, it had a 96% success rate.
Okay, let's break it down. It's basically a systematic process of shutting your body down. First, you focus entirely on your face. Unclench your jaw, let your tongue go slack, smooth out your forehead. Then, let your shoulders drop as low as they can possibly go, releasing all that tension. Let your hands and arms just fall heavy at your sides. Next, you take a deep breath out, relaxing your chest as you exhale. Finally, let that wave of relaxation travel all the way down your legs to your feet. Okay, the physical part is done. Now for your mind.
To stop your mind from racing, you're going to hold one of 2 specific images for 10 seconds. The first one, you're lying in a canoe on a perfectly calm lake with nothing but a clear blue sky above you. The second, you're all nestled in a black velvet hammock in a completely pitch-black room. Now, if your thoughts start to wander in, you just repeat the words, don't think, don't think, don't think for 10 seconds. That's it.
So, that military method is a fantastic tool for getting to sleep fast. But for those of us with long-term struggles, we need to go a little deeper. We need to look at the techniques that are recommended by the world's top medical institutions for completely rewiring your relationship with sleep.
Now, this isn't just another friendly suggestion. This is the official guideline. The American College of Physicians states that before any medications are even on the table, the first-line treatment for chronic insomnia should be something called cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia, or CBTI.
So what exactly is CBTI? Well, it's a program that helps you find and change the core thoughts and behaviors that are stopping you from sleeping. So instead of just masking the problem with a pill, it actually fixes the root cause. And that's exactly why it's been proven to be more effective than sleeping pills for providing real, lasting relief.
And a central piece of these therapies, something you can start using tonight, is leveraging that deep connection between your breath and your nervous system. Simple breathing exercises can act like a powerful, natural tranquilizer for your mind.
One of the best techniques is called the 4-7-8 method. Here's how you do it. First, just let all the air out of your lungs with a whoosh sound. Then, close your mouth and inhale quietly through your nose for a count of 4. Now hold that breath for a count of 7. Finally, exhale completely through your mouth, making that whoosh sound again for a count of 8.
That's one cycle. Just repeat it 3 more times, and you'll be amazed at how quickly it calms your entire system down.
Look, these in-the-moment techniques are great, but the ultimate goal is to create an environment where good sleep just happens. And that all comes down to your daily habits. So let's run through a quick essential checklist for perfect sleep hygiene.
Your body thrives on signals. So, during the day, get at least 30 minutes of natural sunlight to set your internal clock. At night, drop your bedroom temperature to around 65 degrees Fahrenheit, or 18.3 Celsius. A cool room is absolutely critical for falling asleep. Then, give yourself an hour to wind down without screens. And finally, try to avoid stimulants like caffeine or alcohol in the afternoon and evening, because they just wreck your sleep quality. And don't exercise too close to bedtime.
But if you remember absolutely nothing else from all of this, please remember this one thing. The single most effective way to improve your sleep is consistency. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every single day. And yes, that means even on weekends. Your body is a creature of habit, and that regularity is the anchor for your entire sleep cycle.
So, we've covered the scary reality of sleep loss, the military's secret for falling asleep in 2 minutes, and the professional-grade therapies that can actually rewire your brain. The question isn't whether these work, it's which one you're going to put into practice. So, if you commit to trying just one of these tonight, which one is it going to be?